The suspect and victim have now been identified in a bizarre incident southeast of Rochester, Minnesota, on Interstate 90, where officers found a deceased victim in the car of 32-year-old Margot Lewis from North Liberty, Iowa. At this point, Lewis has been charged with felony interference with a dead body or scene of death concealed body. The deceased person in her car has now been identified as 35-year-old Liara Tsai of Minneapolis. Again, at this point, only the charge of interference with a dead body has been filed against Lewis. Now, here's details in the case, reading directly from the criminal complaint with the names of officers and or witnesses omitted. On Saturday, June 22nd, law enforcement dispatched to the intersection of Interstate 90 and Minnesota Highway 42 for a one-vehicle traffic crash. Upon arrival, a deputy located a gray Chevy Sonic in the center median of Interstate 90. A bystander directed the deputy to an adult female sitting on a folding chair in the center median. The bystander reported that the female was the driver of the Sonic and that the folding chair had been provided by a bystander who happened upon the crash. The deputy observed tire tracks in the center median of Interstate 90 that were traveling east. The Sonic appears to have been traveling eastbound, entered the median at a high rate of speed after impacting the guardrail that surrounded the pillars of the Highway 42 bridge over Interstate 90 here. Bystanders indicated to the deputy that they suspected there was an injured or deceased person in the Sonic. The deputy opened the passenger side door of the Sonic. The back seats of the Sonic were folded down. The deputy observed the head of a human body that was wrapped in a bedsheet, a blanket, a futon-style mattress, and a tarp. The body was in a position with its head toward the passenger side rear door, and its feet were toward the driver's side. The body was cold to the touch, and the deputy was unable to detect a pulse. There appeared to be a dried blood soaked into the bedsheet. It was apparent to the deputy that the death of the person found in the back seat was not the result of the traffic crash. Investigators from the Olmsted County Sheriff's Office, BCA, and medical examiner arrived on scene. The body of the deceased person was removed from the vehicle using driver's license photograph of the registered owner of the Sonic. The deputy determined and confirmed the identity of the deceased person. As we said, 35-year-old Liara Tsai of Minneapolis. The deputy also observed a large wound on the right side of the neck around the carotid artery of the deceased person. The driver, again, the suspect in all this, Margot Lewis of Iowa. She was taken to Mayo Clinic Hospital and medically cleared, and then taken to the Olmsted County Adult Detention Center. Lewis did not respond audibly to detention staff or investigators. An autopsy was performed on Sunday. The preliminary information provided by the medical examiner's office was that the fatal injuries suffered by the victim were not caused by or preceded by the car crash. Again, the victim had a large wound to her carotid artery area, the side of her neck. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.